Vice Chair Olson, would you like for me to begin?
The mic's not on.
Vice Chair Olson?
Mr. Zucker, you can hear us, correct?
Yes, sir.
She hopped in real fast.
Okay.
Good morning. Apologies. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So sorry. I tested my mic before I got on and it still didn't work. So my apologies. Good morning. I think Secretary, would you mind calling the meeting to order?
Sure. Good morning. My name is Ana Armenta. I am the Arizona Racing Commission Secretary. Today is November 13th, 2025. It is the 741st Arizona Racing Commission meeting taking place in person and also via Google Meet. I will call the roll. Madam French Contreras is out today. Vice Chair Olson,
Present.
Commissioner Coolidge,
Present.
Commissioner Zucker,
Present.
Commissioner Padish.
Present.
Thank you. We have a quorum. It is now 10:03 a.m. The floor is yours, Vice Chair.
Outstanding. Thank you, Secretary. We will get started. So today in the chair's absence, we're going to be sharing some duties here. I'm going to lead the meeting up until item B2, at which point I'll be turning this over to Commissioner Coolidge to lead, and then we'll share back. So let's start now with action item B1. We've got Jackie Johnson, Director of Gaming, announces the official appointment of Shannon Nelson. Director Johnson, are you available?
I am. Thank you, Vice Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, everybody here in person and online. It's my pleasure to formally introduce Shannon Nelson as the new Director of the Racing Division. If you'll recall, a few months ago, we had announced that we were going to be going through a transition period. So here we are at the beginning of November with Shannon Nelson assuming this role. So just a little background, if you didn't know, Director Nelson comes from a family of cattle ranchers in northern Arizona and brings more than 27 years of experience in law enforcement and regulatory work, including leading investigations in both state agencies and tribal governments. Over the past year, she has served as our Deputy Director of Regulation, overseeing tribal gaming, event wagering and fantasy sports, licensing, and unarmed combat sports. During that time, she has strengthened our racing operations, modernized procedures, and built strong relationships across the industries. Director Nelson will continue as the Deputy Director of Regulation and the Racing Division Director. I am confident she will serve both the state of Arizona and the racing community with transparency and integrity. So please join me in congratulating Director Nelson and welcoming her to this new role. Moving forward as director of the department, I will continue to provide executive oversight of the racing division and remain in close coordination with Deputy Director Nelson on all major matters. She will lead the day-to-day operations and regulatory functions, and I will stay closely briefed and aligned with her to make sure that we are taking a unified approach across the department. So with that, Director Nelson, I'll give you a couple minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Director Johnson. Vice Chair, Commissioners, thank you again for the opportunity. As I stated before, I'm honored to step into this role and to continue serving. Over the last year, I've had the privilege of working alongside an incredible team that's dedicated to the integrity, the fairness, transparency in everything that we do. I look forward to building on that foundation and working closely with the commission, our stakeholders, and everyone in the racing community. As we move into the new racing season, my priority is to continue strengthening relationships and ensuring open communication. Please know that my door is always open. Many of you have used it already. I'm here to listen, to collaborate, and work together to keep Arizona racing strong and thriving. Again, thanks for your continued support. And I look forward to future endeavors with each and every one of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Welcome. I hope everyone will join me in welcoming Director Nelson, and a big thank you to everyone who picked up the slack in between hand. I know Director Johnson was doing a lot for the Racing Commission and staff who helped in the transition period. So thank you. Welcome. We're excited to have you. Okay. With that, we'll move to agenda item B2, the request from American Greyhound Racing for a 3-year permit renewal for calendar years 2026, 2027, and 2028. Do we have an update from the department?
Good morning, Madam Vice Chair, Commissioners, and attendees. This is Brian Duncan, Racing Enforcement Manager for the department. American Greyhound Racing filed a timely renewal application for their state racing permit and teletrack wagering renewal. The Arizona Department of Gaming, the Racing Division, conducted an internal background check, audit, and financial investigation in connection with this 3-year permit renewal for the calendar years 2026, 27, and 2028. The department does recommend approval of American Greyhound Racing's 3-year permit renewal.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Is there any statement from American Greyhound Racing? Hearing none. Any,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
he's walking
I'm
out.
so sorry.
No, it's quite all right.
Please.
Vice Chair Olson, Commissioner Padish, honorable members of the Racing Commission. My name is Fred Guzman. I have the pleasure of serving as the president of American Greyhound Racing. We come before you today to ask for your consideration on the approval of the renewal of our permits. American Greyhound Racing has been part of the community for over 57 years, and we look forward to serving the community an additional 3 years. With that, I thank you for your time and your consideration, and I'll be happy to take any questions if there are any.
Outstanding. Thank you so much. Fellow commissioners, questions?
Not from me, ma'am.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, a motion? I'll go ahead and move based on the timely application packet and recommendation of the department to approve the request from American Greyhound Racing for a 3-year permit renewal for calendar years 2026, 2027, and 2028. Mr. Zucker.
I wish to second that motion.
Wonderful. So with the motion as second, Secretary, will you take the roll?
Thank you. A motion by Vice Chair Olson and a second by Commissioner Zucker. I will call the roll. Vice Chair Olson,
Yes.
Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Padish.
Yes.
Thank you. With a total of 4 yeses, that motion passes.
Wonderful. At this point in the meeting, I'll announce that I have a conflict with agenda items B, conflict or potential conflict, I'll say 3 through 6. I'm a licensed attorney, and as an attorney, we have ethical obligations. I work at the law firm of Snell and Wilmer, and it's possible that one or more of our clients may be impacted by agenda items 3 through 6. So for that reason, I am going to recuse myself. So I'm going to turn the meeting over to Commissioner Coolidge, and I'm just going to go off camera and mute until those items are concluded. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. We'll drop down to item B3, request for Turf Paradise for approval for an off-track betting facility, Connolly's Sports Bar, located at 2605 West Carefree Highway, Phoenix, Arizona 85085. Would look for recommendations from the department on this and any other information that might not have been presented to the commissioners.
Yes, sir, Commissioner. Department has received and supplied all the completed documentation, including the City of Phoenix approval for the OTB Connolly Sports Grill. The department does recommend the approval for the OTB for Turf Paradise. The racing division has licensed all employees and anybody and other responsible parties associated with the facility. If approved, the department will conduct an on-site inspection prior to providing formal consent to the commencement of the operations.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or comments from other commissioners? Otherwise, Commissioner Zucker.
I'd like to move forward and make a motion to approve this item for off-track betting facility, Connolly Sports Grill.
I'll second that, sir.
Thank you. With a motion by Commissioner Zucker and a second by Commissioner Coolidge, I will call the roll. Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Padish.
Yes.
With a total of 3 votes, that motion passes.
Thank you. We'll move back down to B4, a legal update regarding the Sims and Sims case. Wondering if we need to move to an executive session for this.
Is Attorney Herring?
Yes, I'm present.
Yes. So, Attorney Herring, this should go into executive session. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'll move that we enter executive session.
Second.
Thank you. With a motion by Commissioner Coolidge and a second by Commissioner Padish, I will call the roll. Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Padish.
Yes.
With a total of 3, thank you, that motion passes. We will move into executive session.
Now, will you and Commissioner Patterson go in the other?
Yes.
We're booting you out, Commissioner Patterson.
Looks like everyone is back in. I will take the roll call. Commissioner Coolidge,
Present.
Commissioner Zucker,
Present.
Commissioner Patich.
Present.
Thank you. We have a quorum. It is 10:26.
Madam Secretary, if you could scroll down as we're no longer at B4. Thank you. We're moved down to B5, the simulcast agreements pursuant to ARS 5-112U. Actually, Mr. Duncan, you want to provide updates for A1 through 6, please?
Thank you, Commissioner Coolidge. I don't have any updates. I did supply all the contracts. All should be in order. The division would recommend the 5112U contracts be approved for items B5A1 through 6 for Turf Paradise.
Understood. Any questions or comments from my fellow commissioners?
No.
That said, I will move that we approve item 5A 1 through 6.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner Coolidge and a second by Commissioner Patich. I will call the roll. Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Patich.
Yes.
With a total of 3, that motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to 6A. Mr. Duncan, any other updates for, I guess I would just say 4 to 6?
Commissioner Coolidge, no, there is no updates for items 4 through 6. The department would recommend items 1 through 3 be approved and items 4 through 6 be conditionally approved, pending the rest of the documentation being received from the permittee.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for my commissioners? I will move that we approve item 6A 1 through 6. That would be Fairgrounds, Gulfstream Park, and Tampa Bay Downs.
Second.
Thank you. With the motion by Commissioner Coolidge and a second by Commissioner Patich, I will call the roll. Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Patich.
Yes.
Thank you. With a total of 3, that motion passes.
I'd also move that we conditionally approve 6A 4 through 6, which is Los Alamitos, Oaklawn Park, and Turfway Park, provided they provide the department the prerequisite materials and information, and leave it to the department to expedite that so that the permittee doesn't see delay.
Second.
Thank you. With the motion by Commissioner Coolidge and a second by Commissioner Patich, I will call the roll. Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Patich.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes with conditional approval.
Madam Vice Chair, is this where you want to jump back in?
Yes, thank you so much, Commissioner Coolidge.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you helping me out. So let's move now to the item C, information reports. We're going to start with the track safety report. Mr. Duncan, are you available?
So Vice Chair and Commissioners, this is Juan Estrada, Assistant Director for Racing. I just want to make sure I'll cover that area. So with that track safety report, Mr. Leck continues to work on items, maintaining them. Although there's still some areas that need attention, they are doing a good job at maintaining them. With that, barn roofs, at least during my inspections, have been addressed. I think there's still one or two that they may be still adding some roofing material. The turf track, we just got a report back from HISA, and based on our observations as well, that it sits good. The main track, the same. Just going back to the turf track, the grass, the turf feels probably better than I've felt it in a few years. The rails have all been addressed. Although they had a hiccup with the jockeys quarters, Turf Paradise was able to address those issues and get it back up to par. Main building has received upgrades, which is a good thing for the racing community. Receiving barn, although they experienced a little hiccup with the delivery truck backing a little bit too far into the building, that is, I was told that was being rectified and should be back in full use. Equipment seems to be better than most. However, we're still waiting on water trucks. Mr. Ludd could probably give us a little bit more of an update on that, but that's all I have to report for track safety.
Any questions from commissioners? Mr. Zucker.
Thank you. What type of hiccup did we have in the jockeys quarters? Can you expand on that, Mr. Estrada?
Yes, sir, Mr. Commissioner. So what happened was a water line at the end of the meet, this past meet broke, which required a large trenching inside the jockeys quarter. That pipe was rectified, but then resurfaced closer to the meet, causing Turf Paradise to do a quick repair. But I'm pretty sure that the repair will be sufficient to hold up towards the meet and maybe even longer than that.
So has this situation been rectified or is it still ongoing?
It's rectified.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
All right. Dr. Gale, are you here? Do you have any updates for us?
Not at this time, just the meet, the first 2 days of the meet went off safely. Again, we're doing void claims. We had a couple of those and some other scratches on pre-race exams of horses that weren't quite yet fit. So far the vet team's working really well together. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here today. Okay, agenda item C2, 2025-2026 Racing Commission meeting schedule. I believe this is an information report right now. So from the department, is there somebody here to address this?
Yes, Madam Vice Chair, this is Brian Duncan. I have 3 quick updates for you. Commission meeting schedule was provided in the packet. We do ask the commissioners to please review those dates. Please let the department know if you have any comments or concerns. And just to give a general idea of the dates, the department would suggest that the commission meetings during the live race meet be every second Friday. And then once the meet is over, they would move back to Thursdays. We would move them to the Fridays during the live race meet because there is no racing on those days. Makes the attendance for licensees and everybody on the backside a little bit easier to handle.
Okay, thank you so much for providing that. And is the intent to move that to a voting item for next meeting?
We can certainly take that into consideration and advise it if you need us to.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Duncan.
I do have 2
more things. Yes, go ahead.
Skyfall 7 permit. The department is proceeding with its review of the documentation related to the Skyfall 7 permit application to determine whether the information required under AAC R19-2-103F has been provided. And the department also awaits additional documentation and information requested of the applicant. The other item I have is Naira Betts ADW. The department is finalizing its report. Completion of this step is anticipated prior to the next regular commission meeting. And that's all I have.
Thank you for the updates, Mr. Duncan. Anything from the commissioners,
Yes,
please?
Mr. Duncan, if you're not the one to speak to this, let me know. In regard to the status of the Skyfall permit, can you be a little bit more enlightening about what's missing and when the expectation is that the group will consider it to be complete and be able to make a recommendation to the commission regarding whether to approve it?
And just before you do, I just want to declare my conflict extends to this item as well. So I'm going to let Commissioner Coolidge address this conversation.
Commissioner Coolidge, Val Marciano, if I may respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Just thank you, Your Honor, and thank you for the question. There is a time frame set in rule for an administrative review. It seems long. It's 728 days. That's for the administrative completeness rule phase. Then there's a 30-day substantive review phase, within which time the commission is to consider whether the permit application is substantively compliant with statute and rule. The application was received, I would say, within the last several months, 2 months, along with additional information when requested of the applicant. And that has been supplied, responses have been supplied in writing, documentation form. And just recently, latest was, I think, yesterday, the document was received, as well as answers to some questions posed by the department to the applicant to make sure that department is clear on the transaction so that the department can give an accurate report to the commission at the substantive review period. Much of that has been completed together with the receipt of the document yesterday, and a couple of additional pieces of information that have been asked for from the applicant. The department expects to have its administrative review phase complete very, very soon. And in anticipation of that, and again, anticipation of that, the department canvassed the commission to determine availability for a substantive review hearing on the application for December 15, 2025. The canvass is necessary so that we know there's a quorum for that review. And it's also necessary to coordinate an independent advisor for the commission to give advice in the event legal advice is sought. And so coordination with the scheduling of the independent advisor works into that time frame. So the department's been working to try and coordinate all those phases. And there's not just a review for documentation, there's also an audit review of the financials. And that review includes, financial viability of the applicant, whether conflicts exist, whether there's any indication or indicia of hidden ownership, those kind of things. And so it takes time to review all of that and take a critical eye. Fortunately, the departments work very, very quickly, well short of the 728 days allotted to in the rule. So for that, I think the department should be commended. And also with the scheduling right before, holiday season, to consider all of the commissioners' schedules as well as the IA and the staffing. So we're really hopeful to have a notice of hearing issued within a 30-day timeframe before December 15th. If that changed for some reason, the racing secretary will have to do the canvassing again and also coordinate with the independent advisor. So I hope that answers your question, Your Honor.
Well, thank you. I got a couple of follow-ups. I thought I understood Mr. Duncan to say that there were still outstanding items that were requested from the applicant by the department. And I understood you to say that you have everything you need.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, that probably was prepared a couple of days ago. So there's been an exchange between the applicant and the department within that time frame. So, you know, there is timing for preparation for this hearing or this meeting, and then receipt of information. Even as late as speaking out in the hall with the applicant's representative on additional hopeful pieces of information. And that might not be documentation at this point, but answers so that the department can prepare its report to the commission. So that clarifies.
Thanks. And Val, you're an attorney. You're used to dealing with due dates that are set by somebody else. When I hear that you hope to have it done very, very soon, it leads me to ask, my definition of very, very soon may be different than yours or other folks in this room. So when you say very, very soon, what do you mean?
Oh, well, as I said, you know, this date is not set in stone. This review is underway. It looks like it's should conclude for the 30-day time frame for noticing the substantive hearing before the commission, which has tentatively been set for December 15th. So as you can compute that, hopefully this week, that administrative review. That said, with additional information that comes in, that might trigger something else that needs to be done. And then we go through this process again of setting, you know, hearing dates. There's multiple considerations. It's an auditor reviewing documents, you know, review of the transactions itself. There's multiple interplays between documents that needs analysis, so that can be explained to the commission and the public so they understand what's involved in this.
Thank you, Val. Maybe this is a question for Mr. Estrada. Let me preface it by saying that in the legal world, sometimes you get dumped a case that is an all hands on deck sort of case and requires full and complete energy and resources being sent to it to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. How is the department treating this permit? That is somebody doing this on a full-time basis, or is this, I'll get to it next Tuesday? And the reason I ask, and I've shared this with Director Nelson and others, we're at a very delicate time in the potential transition of the operation of the meet from Mr. Sims to Mr. Hartunian's group. There are some economic realities that are in play that aren't really the subject of the department or the commission. But the reality of it is that while we're in this limbo period of time, the opportunity for things to fall apart increases. Mr. Sims has operated Turf Paradise for the past 2 decades. I don't think I'm speaking ill of Mr. Sims when I say that we've all seen a noticeable decline in quality of the facilities at Turf Paradise over the past 5 years. Just in the short period of time that the new committee and Mr. Lee has been the general manager, at least the visual improvements are remarkable. The condition of the facilities improvement is notable. Just the eyeball test, everything's got a fresh coat of paint. The landscaping's been spruced up. If for whatever reason, including delay by the department, the proposed lease of the facility gets terminated by the buyer or seller, the Hartunian Group's going to be out considerable money. By the same token, right now, anything that needs to be done, including the jockey's room, and a hiccup was a delicate way of describing what happened. It was literally, as I understand it, a show, which required an expenditure of considerable money, and that's on Sims' watch. And he's not particularly motivated to spend any money if the track is going to fall to new ownership. So there's a real tension that's involved here. And the folks who are caught in the middle are the horsemen folks on the backside, vendors. So if you're sensing some impatience by me, it's not directed at anybody personally, but we're at a point in time where immediate action needs to be taken. And I hope that I'm leaving you all with the impression that December 15 is, in my view, the expectation that we'll be able to take action on this. And I just want to make sure that in full transparency, everybody knows at least where this commissioner is coming from.
Commissioner Padish, and I thank you for your comments, and I can assure you that we are working as diligently as possible to complete this. We do know the importance, we do know the transaction is going by, and I can assure you that this is probably going to be one of the quickest turnovers for a permit. That's including checking of insurances that go along with that permit, bonds that need to be created. There's OTVs that are included. There's a lot of items, and I can assure you that the department is working hard. I'm even pulling from other units to help me analyze and help out the investigator with this investigation, so that we can give you something that the commission is that can vote with confidence that you guys are not going to vote on something that hasn't been reviewed. So with that said, again, we are working as fast as we can on our end.
Thank you for that. I just recall when there were things that needed desperately to be done to the facility at Turf, the rails, some track maintenance. One of my fellow commissioners, I think it's Mr. Zucker, suggested instead of running 6 people at it, run a squadron at it. And I'm personally very happy to hear that you're pulling resources from other places to get this done as expeditiously as possible.
Commissioner Zucker.
Thank you. I wish to echo Commissioner Padish's position. Whatever we can do as commissioners to expedite this, it sounds like the department is expanding full resources. We want to endorse that and support that, Mr. Estrada, whatever it takes, as well as a commissioner, I would make myself available any day, anytime prior to December 15th, should the department say that the application has been fully vetted and is recommended for approval. Thank you.
Vice Chair Olson Valmarciano, may I address that?
Ma'am, I'll
I'm sorry,
approve that
Commissioner?
only because the
Yes.
vice chair is staying out of this issue.
Thank you, Commissioner Coolidge, may I address that?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Zucker. Just to be aware of the timeframes, once the administrative completeness review notification is issued, there's a 30-day substantive review, and that's within which the commission would be considering substantively whether the application is and permit should be issued and is complete and satisfactory. So that December 15th is the date that the department has targeted in order to comply with that. One comment in light of your remarks, Commissioner Zucker, is that the commission members want to be careful to retain their objectivity without becoming a witness or involved that might trigger a conflict. So hopefully the quorum would stay intact, so a vote could be taken so that there would not be any requirement for a recusal. So just to bear that in mind.
So noted.
Thank you, sir.
Madam Vice Chair, if you want to go ahead and move to C2.
Thank you, Commissioner Coolidge. I think that was C2, so let's move down to C3, budget report. Is there a budget report today from the department?
Yes, there is. Good morning. This is Andrew Hawks with the Arizona Department of Gaming. I'll be presenting the budget review. Through October 2025, the racing funds cash balance was just over $1.8 million. The revenue year to date through 4 months of the fiscal year was $271,000, the majority of which came from the RWA at $252,000. Excuse me, the racing fund expenditure section is broken up into 3 sections because we spend out of the racing fund through 3 appropriations. The first one is the racing kind of operating appropriation, out of which we've spent $510,000 year to date. The second appropriation is the HISA appropriation, which we use to pay the annual HISA assessment. The money spent out of that one year to date is $533,000. And the third appropriation is the Breeders' Awards appropriation. We've spent half of the $250,000 at $125,000 year to date. So the total revenues are $271,000. The total expenditures are almost $1.2 million. Next slide. This chart represents the year-to-date. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the cash balance one. This is how much money is in the racing fund. October went up, even though expenditures have been higher than revenues because we received the second quarterly deposit of the $1.9 million that was appropriated from the general fund to the racing fund this year. Next slide. And this one represents how much we've spent year to date in the black columns. The purple columns represent how much we had spent at this time last year. And the spend is below our appropriation, and so everything is fine there. I'm happy to answer any questions if any.
Thank you so much. No questions from me. Any questions from my fellow commissioners? Okay, hearing none. Thank you so much. We're going to move next to C4, the legislative update.
Good morning, Jessica Rosa for the department. Good to see Vice Chair, Commissioner Padish in person. So my name is Jessica Rosa, I'm the Assistant Director of Government and Community Affairs. In this role, I serve as the liaison for the department for the governor's office, the legislature. I'm really here as a resource for the commission, the commissioners, the public, for all things related to public policy, liaisoning between the governor's office and the legislature. And so I don't have a full legislative update as we are currently out of session, but we are 60 days out from the opening of the next session. So if there are any questions, comments, concerns, happy to be a support and a resource to the commission in advance of the legislative session and throughout. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Rosa. No questions from me, anything from the other commissioners?
Great, thanks.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Next is the report on Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Act. Mr. Guessman.
Good morning, Vice Chair Olson and Commissioners, staff. Leroy Guessman, the National HBPA. Due to the 43-day government shutdown, they have nothing to do to report.
I'm sorry. Is anyone speaking? I think the sound might be out.
Can you hear us?
Same on my end,
Okay.
Vice Chair.
You can't hear us?
We can hear what you just said, but if there was somebody speaking after Mr. Guessman introduced himself, we couldn't hear it.
It's very faint.
He had a short statement.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything. Thank you, Mr. Guessman. Okay, then I think we're moving to the permittee reports. American Greyhound Racing, anything from you?
No report.
Thank you so much. County Fairs. Okay. Turf Paradise.
No report.
Okay. Moving to the Optional Industry Stakeholder Association updates, we've got Arizona Counties Racing Association. Arizona Quarter Horse Racing Association. Arizona Thoroughbred Breeders Association.
Hold on.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you.
You're awful quick. We gotta walk to the back of them.
We're getting there.
Vice Chair Olson, Commissioner, staff, Leroy Gussman with the HBTA. I guess we've been doing jointly with number B and 7D. So I just want to say I've been in this position almost 11 years. Come January, every year we have had a wish list. Every year that wish list seems to be the same list year after year after year. This year, our wish list was expanded by the department. And finally, a lot of these things were accomplished. And I just want to thank the department, thank Joyce Mims, thank Turf Paradise for getting all these projects done on a timely basis and getting our beat up and running. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. I think that leaves us with Arizona Thoroughbred Breeders Association.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Wendy McCumber and I'm the Secretary Treasurer of the Arizona Thoroughbred Breeders Association. I would just like to say good morning to everyone and thanks for being here. We would also like to thank everyone that came out and supported our annual ATBA Fall Mix Sale held on October 23rd at Horseshoe Park in Queen Creek. It was a great success. Our first Arizona bred stakes race is going to be held on December 9th. So if you could come out and support it, we'd greatly appreciate that. And please remember to continue to enter all of your Arizona breds. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, and Jockeys Guild. Okay, hearing none. Okay, we'll move down to commission reports. Let's first go to a summary of current events affecting the Arizona Racing Commission. Only the commission members of the director may report. No discussion or action may be taken on these unless itemized for action or discussion. So with that, any commission reports or identification of matters to be placed on future agendas. Okay, hearing none. We'll move to the call to the public. I have 4 people signed up for the call to the public. If there are additional people in person who wish to speak, we'll address you last. So I'd like to start with Dr. DiFilippo.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you, doctor. And we're going to time everybody's remarks, so just please be mindful of the time. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I will also submit a written copy of my remarks to Anna so they can be entered in the record. Good morning, Vice Chair, Commissioners, and Director Nelson. For the past 2.5 years, the Pima County Fair Horse Racing Commission, a nonprofit organization doing business as the Arizona Horsemen's Horse Racing Association, has been working with RHS Holdings, LLC, to advance the development of a new racetrack in Arizona. I serve as chair of the nonprofit organization. We are now at a point to bring forward information regarding the development of the proposed new Rillito Downs and Entertainment Center. Due to time limitations that call to the public, I will address certain aspects of the project today, and the developer owner will follow up with additional information in his time slot. We are addressing the commission today at the recommendation of Racing Department staff, who suggested we inform this commission regarding the status of the proposed new racetrack to be located in Marana, Arizona. Marana, Arizona, and to ask the commission to direct legal counsel and or staff, whichever is appropriate, to work with our nonprofit and the developer in addressing licensing issues pertaining to our intent to apply for a racetrack permit with an anticipated opening date of September 2027. Currently, we are awaiting receipt of updated racetrack licensing permit forms from Mr. Estrada. Our attorneys and accountants, who are well-versed in working with the Arizona Department of Racing, will be working on the application for submission to the state. We have been working with Pima County through County Administrator Jan Lesher's office, who congratulated us last Friday on our success to date. Ms. Lesher indicated the county can now proceed to determine next steps for addressing what to do with the current REITO. Additionally, we have a solid working relationship with the town of Marana, the mayor's office and staff, and receiving permitting assistance and other project development requirements from the town. We have now met 3 basic requirements for developing the project, including 1, securing the land, which is currently in escrow and expected to close next month, with also the approval from the town of Marana on the project. The designated site is a 400-acre parcel known as the Marana Pumpkin Patch. You can actually find the link online. Second, we have 100% financing has been secured. Third, identification of all key personnel, their roles and responsibilities. And it should be noted that all key personnel have also previously secured Arizona racing licenses to work at other commercially approved racetracks in the state. 3 key benefits to our project are: 1, the vast degree of infrastructure already in place at the existing commercially operating venue. This infrastructure is going to enable us, the project construction, to proceed at an expedited rate. Second is the extensive veterinarian surgery and imaging center facilities, which are part of the racetrack's equine health, wellness, and safety program, which will be located directly at the track. Included in this comprehensive program will be the state's and region's only full-body equine CT scanner, which will assist in identifying, preventing equine health issues. We are currently working with top equine sports medicine veterinarians and surgeons from Arizona and California to develop this robust and much-needed program. And third, coordination and collaboration with county, state, and federal workforce development programs, which will enable us to employ in excess of 1,500 persons working on construction and post-construction employment at the venue. A horsemen's meeting was held this week in Pima County and was well attended by horsemen and the public. A PowerPoint presentation was given, and we will forward a copy of that to the new director, Nelson. Therefore, in furtherance of our discussion with the Department of Racing staff and at their recommendation, we kindly ask the commission to consider placing this project on any future commission agendas so we may properly update all parties as to the progress of the project. Additionally, we will be unveiling the website and social media platforms in the near future. We thank you for your time and consideration today.
Thank you, Dr. DiFilippo. I appreciate your comments today. Next on our list, I believe, is Mr. Hagan.
Yeah, it's Mike.
Please proceed. You have 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm not going to take that long. Mrs. DiFilippo kind of rounded everything up. The only thing that I'd like to put in is we have a project that we're building that's over $400 million. And it'll be something that's completely new to the country. We'll have 7 different sources of income off that property. And the one thing that I'm kind of stuck on, we're going to have a racetrack for and by the horsemen. We want to have a really class act, something that the state of Arizona can really be proud of. And the responses that we've got so far have been off a cliff. And it's been 2.5 years trying to find the right location and the right people to work with and so on and so forth. We've got it. and I'm really excited about getting this project underway. I want to thank all you people for taking the time to listen to me, and thank all those people that have supported us and the excitement level that we've created. And this is a real deal, and it's not a gold mine. It's the real deal. So thank you all for listening to me. I appreciate you. I hope that when we have our first concert in our 10,000 seat entertainment center, that you folks will come and join us. Horse racing will be something very special. We have an indoor arena for an equestrian center. We have a youth park. We have, of course, the racetrack. There's the surgery center. Several things on the grounds that aren't on any other grounds, and we're very excited about having it where we've got it, and really hope that everybody enjoys what we're building. And thank all you folks for listening to me. I appreciate you. And thank you very much, and we'll follow up with you on the next meeting, and we'll start getting all of our information to you, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hagan. Next on the call to the public is Mr. Nolan. Mr. Nolan, are you available?
I'm coming.
Perfect.
Yes, I am.
I hear you. Wonderful. Mr. Nolan, you have 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you, Vice Chair, and good morning, and other fellow commissioners, staff. First, I'd like to go back to the beginning of the meeting. I personally would like to thank Gaming Director Jackie Johnson for stepping into this duties as acting director. There was a sudden absentee of Director Casillas, and she had probably a lot on her plate being oversight of a gaming industry, and then took the duties of the Division of Racing, and I would like to just thank her. There's a lot of moving parts. I thank her for taking time to find a replacement. Director Nelson, I welcomed you in the past, and I welcome you again. I think it was needed, a change. We're looking forward to a change because it was necessary. We don't want to go back and point fingers, but I look for a change, and hopefully the proper regulation will make everything go forward. This is a time in our industry which forward seems like a really possible direction for us, which it hadn't seen for years. Another item that was on the earlier agenda that I wish we could get some more transparency as you went by D4. You went in executive session and come out and say nothing. It's due to the legal updates that we as racing participants and even the wagering public want to know. I mean, you go in there, and is it the fact that the state Supreme Court is going to hear the appeal case, and how can we get a time element now that the case is going to be heard in our state Supreme Court? When? What are the time elements? People want to invest in this industry, and some of those things inhibit, like what happens if we knew the time elements, what are the possibilities of it moving forward? Is there ever an end in sight for these cases? That case actually started 2013 with an administrative law judge, and then it was only in the courts of Superior in 2016, which 9 years ago, now in our state Supreme Court. So it's not, I think we deserve a more transparency. I think there is some information, a matter of public record, that could be told to us as racing participants and the wagering public. And we have new people that need to also know how that affects them moving forward. And with that, I'll move on. Another item that I kind of really want to thank the staff. As you know, I probably initiated the movement to these meetings on Friday because I always like to participate. I was here in 1985, and pretty much since that date, I've gone to most every commission meeting and accumulated all the video. Actually, it was CDs and cassette tapes of all the meetings I have for decades until you went online, and now I don't need to do it the old way. But it's good that you try to let the industry be a participant if they wish to be, and it doesn't restrict them on those race days. Even Dr. Gale, who would have to be rushed to participate, has time on these non-race days to participate. And I thank you for taking that into consideration. It's important to me, and
maybe a few others. Another thing is, and it's back to the legality of those litigations. I believe over these years that outside counsel has been hired. That outside counsel can't be cheap. This case is, as I mentioned, it started 2013 when AG had to be replaced by outside counsel, and then it's continued on 9 years in that one case. Previous this year in January, the commission voted to allow outside counsel on another case concerning the commission with maybe Arizona Downs. But the tax, and who's paying those bills? If it's the division and it's coming out of the RWA or the fund that funds the department. But if that's being then reimbursed by, let's say, risk management, is it a burden on our taxpayers that shouldn't happen? Or at least we should know if it's happening. I kind of want him to be that watchdog. How much money is being spent by our tax-paying people on a fight that they don't have any reason to fight? And if so, at some point, these litigations, are they bringing a black eye to our industry, and is it preventing us from moving forward? Right now, we have a great opportunity. It's in my neighborhood, and I'll tell you something. I went out for morning workouts, and leaving, I drive down 11th Avenue, the east side of the property, and what do I see is a big truck hauling trash out. For
Mr.
years,
Noel.
I so cried because they was hauling it in. Today, I saw it hauling out. I thank whoever's responsible. It's my neighborhood. I welcome the new management there. I want to say I wish to be Mr.
Mr. Nolan,
Rogers.
I hate to interrupt, but your time is up. Can you
All
please wrap up?
Thank you very much for your time. We welcome it. It's a refreshing time, and I hope that the regulators help us move forward for this whole industry and to the people of the state of Arizona. That needs to be encountered. So thank you
Thank you
again.
so much. We appreciate your comments today. Thanks for speaking. The next person on our call to the public is Brian Hayes. Is Mr. Hayes available?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Hayes, the floor is yours. You have 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Vice Chair, fellow racing commissioners. My name is Brian Hayes. I'm a horse owner and an avid racing fan. I've been attending Turf Paradise since 1982. I would personally like to thank Mr. Lute and Mr. Hartunia for taking a big step and investing a significant amount of money to improve Turf Paradise to the best it's looked in over 20 years. They are taking a significant risk, investing several $100,000, maybe $1 million in hopes of officially getting their permit. There are not too many individuals that I know of that would take that risk. All the expenses are coming out of their pocket with no revenue in return. Several improvements I have seen at Turf Paradise. The racing surface, both the turf and the dirt course, look amazing. I've heard nothing but positive remarks from everyone involved about the racing service and horse safety. Other items, the clubhouse ceiling tiles have been completely replaced. The clubhouse carousel has been completely remodeled, and new lighting and large flat screen TVs. The infield looks incredible with the ponds cleaned and the palm trees trimmed. Amazing job. The tiki bars on the ground level have been remodeled. The landscaping around the grounds look very professional and well manicured. They hired a world-class track announcer. I know there's other areas that I probably haven't addressed, but you know, it wasn't too long ago where we didn't know if Turf Paradise was going to continue. And these guys have come in and changed the place around in a matter of months. And I just want to commend them. I would ask the Arizona Department of Gaming and the Racing Commission to complete the permit transfer as soon as possible, since Mr. Lute and Mr. Hartunian have clearly demonstrated a willingness to conduct horse racing at the highest level. Taking care of the horses, the horsemen, and everyone involved at Turf Paradise, including the racing fans. I want to thank you for your time. and I appreciate you listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hayes. We appreciate your comments today.
Chair Lady, may I have a moment to speak to the public? Jury Sims?
Mr. Sims, yes, you may have 5 minutes to speak at the call of the public. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to thank Tom Lute for the great job that he's doing. Gary Hartunian has been amazing and will be a great addition to racing for Arizona. Just for the record, I paid for all the things that you see. But at good recommendations, Gary Hartunian has come in and done some things, but he's there all the time and does an excellent job of his future and what he sees for the Turf Paradise. And so it is a great thing to move it forward and have fresh blood and fresh interest and all of that. Commissioner Padish was exactly right. The interest level is not the same as 25 years ago. And I think it's great to have new blood come in, like I say. And again, Tom is doing an excellent job. So thank you for listening. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. At this time, that's everybody I have as signed in for call to the public. I just want to make sure we're not missing anybody. Commissioner Padish, anyone in the room that needs to be addressed?
Going once, going twice.
All right,
No.
anybody online? All right, thank you so much, everyone, for those comments that call to the public. Moving now to item F, announcements. The next regularly scheduled commission meeting will be at 12:30 p.m. on Monday, December 15th, 2025 at 100 North 15th Avenue, Suite 202, Phoenix, Arizona, or via Google Meets, and is subject to change based on quorum. For more information,
Vice Chair, Olson?
Yes.
That next meeting will be, virtual. We don't
it will
have,
be virtual. Perfect. Thank you so much for that clarification. So the December 15th meeting will be virtual. And for more information, please visit the website. With that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? All right,
Second.
perfect.
thank
Madam
you.
Secretary, please take the roll.
Thank you with the motion by Commissioner Coolidge. I believe that was Coolidge.
Yeah, Coolidge and Zucker with the second.
And the second by Commissioner Zucker. I will call the roll. Vice Chair Olson,
Yes.
Commissioner Coolidge,
Yes.
Commissioner Zucker,
Yes.
Commissioner Padish.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes and the meeting has adjourned. It is 11:18 a.m. If everyone can please exit the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.